In our previous video, we learned how to unlock PDFs using the Gavel PDF Unlocker tool. Now, let's take a more direct look at what we can do with a PDF after it's been unlocked by reviewing some of the basics of the Gavel PDF Tagger. Before getting started, make sure to unlock your PDF using the PDF Unlocker tool. Instructions can be found in the previous video, which is linked in the description. First, let's take a look at how to enter variables from our workflow into the document via the PDF Tagger. We'll first need to upload a document that we want to use as a template. In your workflow, navigate to the Document Templates tab, click on Attach Template to Workflow, and then use the Upload or Drag and Drop function to find the PDF you want to use. In this case, we're going to use the same family law court form from the state of California as we used in our last video. Remember, it's very important to make sure that this document is unlocked. If the document's not unlocked and security features are still enabled, you won't be able to output variables correctly to your document. Okay, we're going to click on Open and Attach. Okay, and we can see our document's been uploaded here. As always in Gavel, let's make sure to save after we've completed each step. Now that our document's been uploaded, we can now tag it with some of the basic variables being output by our workflow. From the Documents Template tab, find the document that you want to tag and hit the Tag button. This will bring up the Tagger screen. From here, we'll select a field, find the option that we want to use. In this case, we're going to insert a variable. And from the drop-down list here, we're going to select the variable that we want to insert. Okay, so I've tagged some additional variables that are outputting from our form into the appropriate fields in the template. We can also use the Enter Text option to enter static text. For example, if your law firm uses the same template over and over, you could enter your law firm information into the appropriate fields. Like so. Okay, so we've got all of our variables and text entered into the top of this form. Let's see how it works. First, as always, we have to hit Save. And then let's make sure to save our changes on the Document Templates page as well. Now, let's go ahead and run our workflow. Okay, now that we've answered all of the questions in our workflow, we'll be taken to the review screen. Here we can hit Continue, which will generate our PDF form for us. Let's take a look. Okay, and as you can see, the variables that I entered by answering questions in the workflow are appearing in the correct spots. And the static text we entered is appearing on the form as well. Also, something of important note, you can use the Enter Text field option to enter custom code. And you can also use the Insert Conditional Variable to create variable outputs. We'll be covering these options in a later video. One other feature we'll cover today is outputting to multiple forms from one workflow. By default, Gavel will automatically output to whichever document templates you have uploaded. However, using logical output rules, you can tell Gavel which documents you'd like it to output to under what conditions. In this case, we've prepared two separate documents here. each of which has information tagged in it for a different county court. Now, to decide how to output to which form, we're going to add some rules into Gavel to tell it to output to each different county form based on which county was selected in our workflow. We'll create the output rule by navigating to the Logic tab, select Add Output Rule. We'll select our variable. In this case, we'll select the county. And then we'll tell it to output the document based on the county. And then we'll add a second rule for our other county. Let's save that. Okay, let's run our workflow one more time and make sure this is working. Now, as you can see here, we've completed the workflow and selected this county. And we can see that Gavel has selected the correct form for us. And all the information for that county is input here, along with all of the other static information and variables that we supplied in the workflow. Okay, so that was a quick tour of some of the most basic functionality of the Gavel PDF Tagger. In the next video, we'll cover some of the more advanced functionality, including adding custom code and inserting different types of dependent variables. Thanks for your attention, and happy automating.